Okay, Susanville here again. We're going to give this another whirl. We've got the Jetboil Flash and the Jetboil Soul. We're going to try the knockoff of Bushman of Yukon's Extreme Snow Melter, and kind of a Cottle bottle stove, a white box stove. 2 cups of water. Let's see if we run out of fuel for our Jetboils, or we puncture a canister, lose a canister, can we still boil water in them with an alcohol stove that we'd be carrying for backup. And here we go. Give this a whirl again. Alright, I tried it outdoors. Couldn't really see the flame, so this should probably help with that. Gonna get this going here and this going here. Okay, now we get a better idea what's going on with the flame pattern. We can see how hot the water gets with this. Just taking a look at the flame patterns, they're both working well. I just think that there we go, this one just got snuffed out. So clearly the fins are too close. Let's heat it up again and see what's really going on there. I guess it gets snuffed out a little. The Extreme Snow Melter is appearing to do fine. No timer on. I probably shoulda did that. I guess we need to let the white box stove really prime prior to putting the pot on. Just for the heck of it, let's see what we got in here for a temperature. Hmm, 106, 7, 107. And working on about the same for the other. Alright, so we have to let the white box stove prime, let it bloom really well. Interesting. Okay, we're at 117 here degrees Fahrenheit and 19, 22, 23. Of course, it was on longer, 24. The flame pattern here really appears to be. I guess it hits the flux ring, as opposed to when you're using the Jetboil, it's hitting the bottom of the pan and the flux ring is absorbing some of the heat that's dissipating. The Extreme Snow Melter has the traditional pattern, I guess that you'd say, of the Jetboil, where it's hitting the middle of the pot. So we're at 139 degrees here, 139 here, and 145, 146. I guess the flames hitting the flux ring is working quite well. Wow. And I even took the stove off. Interesting. The timer says about 2 minutes and 49 seconds, but we're going to add a minute to that approximately for operator error, obviously. This was just a quick test to see if it's even plausible and 165 degrees here. As opposed to 162, 61, 63. Okay, so we're at about 64, 165. Let's call that on 165 degrees, and here we're at let's see, 184, 85. So I'm definitely thinking the white box stove is the amount of fuel I used was 1.25 ounces. Outside I used 1 ounce and it didn't quite make it. We're at 192 degrees. So 197. 199. We're at about 4 minutes on the timer, so that would be more like 5. We're at 5:25 approximately. Okay, 205. So you definitely can boil water with an alcohol stove in about 5.5 minutes or so. We're at 209 degrees. Yeah, it's a rolling boil there. So get that off. We'll go over to here and see what we're doing here. And get this off. Alright. Got it. Right now we're at 195 degrees, 196 with the extreme snow melter. Okay, so the white box stove, if you don't let it bloom, come to a full strong bloom, you'll snuff it when you put the Jetboil on there. So I think you want to wait till that happens and put it in place slowly. We're at 206 degrees with the extreme snow melter. I mean, we're gonna come to another boil. So it looks like 5.5-ish minutes for the white box stove, maybe 6.5 minutes. Not that time is really important in this scenario. It's just that you want to know if you can actually boil the water, disinfect water if needed with a Jetboil without your cartridge. There we go. 6 minutes, so it's about 7 minutes or so, and you've got a full boil. So not only is it plausible, it's confirmed, as they say. Okay, so we saw that the white box stove still burned until maybe 10-20 seconds ago. The extreme snow melter is still going. So you're going to get your quicker boil from the white box type stove on your Jetboil, and with something like the extreme snow melter, it'll take a little bit longer, but it's also going to burn longer. So nice to know that if your cartridge is unusable or lost, you can still disinfect water, boil water with your backup alcohol stove. And I would probably say that one of these larger alcohol stoves would be the way to go if you're using a votive candle alcohol stove or something like a choke hazard and such. It's certainly going to take much longer, and I'm not certain that it'll be able to do it. But as you can see, the extreme snow melter's got quite a bit of fuel left, and like I said, I only put in 1 ounce and a quarter in each. Granted, if it's colder or windy, like when we were outside, it was just a little windier, but the temperature's a little off. Might take a little more fuel, but I would have to certainly say that 1.5 ounces of fuel, you can boil 2 cups of water in a Jetboil. Alright, take care.